K Michelle, but I ain't heard K Michelle in so long, and every time I hear her in the media, it's always some toxic shit that she got going on, bro. And then on top of that, it look like she bleached the skin too. She like she get lighter every time she come on camera. What the hell she got going on? So let's hear what she got to say on the Cam Noon show, and you know we'll talk about it from there. But this man Cam Noon be wearing some egregious shit, bro. Come on, Cam. I get it, bro. Cam, listen, but I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna start the video. But Cam, family, big dog, rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? Top dog at Auburn University, Mr. Carolina Panthers. Family. You killing me with these outfits, homie. Nigga, you got sweatpants on with a polo shirt with a sweater wrapped around it like a scarf like Carlton. You got church shoes on with crew socks. And you got this hat on with your dreads sticking out the top of it. Nah, big dog. Somebody. That ain't it. That ain't it, homie. That ain't it. You said this leg crossing got an end. Hey, he be crossing the hell out them legs, boy. He be crossing the hell out them legs, fam. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't no Diddy. I do a lot of squats, bro. So my legs, I don't have chicken legs, right? I can't cross my legs like that, fam. I can't cross my legs like that. I don't know how he do it. It's beyond me. Let's get to the video, dog.
This time and then going to Nashville, where it's predominantly white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock when they're producing because they go home to their families. Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch, a hoe in Nashville because they'll never even listen to your music and your professional career will suffer. At what point in the Black community do our men create real homes? And even talking, just our first time talking, and you said you didn't even mean for that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful Black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on Black family, you know? Mm-hmm. And my grandfather, I watched my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a Black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, Black men, I got to tell my Black men to really step up for Black women.
Uh-oh. I hear the wall. She didn't hit the wall, y'all. That's that wall that she hitting. That's the wall. She hit that bitch. She face planted the wall. Hear it. Listen to it. Listen to it. Listen to it. Let me rewind it back. Listen to it. That's the wall. That's that wall. She ain't getting the attention that she used to get. She ain't the baddie that she once was. Now, mind you, she look good to be her age. Now, don't get me wrong. But it's the fact of the matter is she ain't getting that type of attention that she once used to get. And that reality setting in.
It's supposed.
So now it's Black men. Where you at, Black men? Nah, you weren't saying none of that shit when you was younger and you had the clout and you had all that motion. You weren't talking about none of that shit.
Supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, Black men, I got to tell my Black men to really step up for Black.
Bro, what's up with everybody crying on Cam Newton show, bro? What's going on? Why everybody always crying on Cam Newton show? It's always something that triggers them. Next thing you know, they start crying and boohooing. Cam, what you got going on, dog? What you got going on at your show, fam?
Black women and create.
before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video.
Families. Yeah. It's really not cool. Black men are attacking black women. And it's not a cool, they're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere. It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful black men, you have to set an example as leads. The cute social media back and forth on black women. Black women are strong. Black women are where you come from, this and that. So there probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening, because there's so many other things around you going on that are not fair to black women. What is going on with the black family?
What's going on with the black family is you decided to kick the man out of the fucking house, and you put money before the family. You put your career before the family. That's what happened. You want to get into it, Miss K. Michelle. So this is what's going on. Remember, you are born with your virtue. You are told, or as you should be told, that you need to protect your virtue. You need to protect that cookie between your legs. You need to protect that. And you need to only give it to the man that's worthy of having that cookie. Meaning, you should be married to this man. If you want to break it down to the brass tacks, you want to peel that onion layer back, we can dive right into it. We can tell you what the fuck is going on. Look at the 304. Shorty, look at how you dress right now. Look at how you dress right now. You seeking for attention. You talk, black man, you can't have your cookie and eat it too. Just how y'all tell black men, well, you just like y'all tell black men, well, I want a man to be successful. I want him to be strong. I want him to be emotionally intelligent. I want him to be fit. I want him to be in shape. I need him to, cater to me, this, that, and the third, X, Y, and Z. But then I don't want him to cheat on me. The man that you just explained is a top tier man. He's in the top 1% of men. And you mean to tell me that he's supposed to only be faithful to you? You can't have your cake. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So this is what we talk. And this is the conversation that not just black men, this is what men talk about in general. All of you ladies have all of these requirements. You lack accountability, fam. Where's the accountability of, look, I didn't choose the right man. I didn't have discernment. I was just based off of his looks, or I was just going based off of what he was saying and not paying attention to the things that he was doing. Were those things aligning? But now you come here now after years and past, you ain't got the clout that you once used to have. Now you talking about black man. Oh, come save me. Nah, niggas are waking up today, bro. These cats are waking up. These men are realizing their value, and they're not just going to settle. They're going to go where they are appreciated, not tolerated. And at this point right now, and mind you, and this, I may be out of pocket, and this just may be just in a small segment or a small group, but it seems as if a lot of black men aren't being appreciated by a lot of black women, or just men just aren't being appreciated as a whole from women of all races. So what men are starting to do right now, they're starting to divest themselves from women. No, and we're not talking about gay and doing all that. We're not talking about that.
Why are you gay?
We're not talking about that. We're just talking about men aren't focusing on the box anymore. They're just focusing on their careers. They're focusing on getting their money up. They focusing on becoming better individuals. That's what they're focusing. They ain't focusing on the women. So at what point you gonna hold your ladies accountable? Because right now we 2 minutes and 45 seconds in, and you have yet to hold any woman accountable. You have yet to talk to your sisters. Now I'm gonna let it play a little further, and then I'll talk more about it. But as of right now, you ain't saying shit about it. You blaming the man already. Yeah, men are the leaders, but at the same time, you choose who enters you. You choose that. We don't choose that. You do. So at some point, you got to take accountability and ownership on your own shit too, lady.
We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there. And they see their mama sad at night. At what point is the successful black man in this world going to step in and really create structure? I see white men doing it every day. I get to witness the best of both worlds every day. Getting on stage singing R&B, being here in Atlanta, I get to sing R&B, but then I get to go to Nashville and be like, you mean you ain't staying out till 6 in the morning? You gonna go home to your family? You gonna write this song and leave at 5 and 6 because you gonna take care of your family and your wife? At what point do the successful black men build black families? We ain't gonna ever have a black family if y'all don't do it. We're never gonna have it. It's just not gonna happen. So
at what then at what point are y'all gonna start holding yourself accountable? At what point are you ladies gonna start having a standard for yourselves? Not after you have the first kid or after you have the second kid, before all of that, before you start to open your legs up to these different men. When are you gonna start holding yourself to a higher standard as a black woman? When are you gonna stop being ratchet out here in these streets? When you gonna stop talking back to men, to black men specifically, in a certain way? When are these black women gonna start respecting these men? When are they gonna start praising these black men? When are they gonna start speaking life into these black men? Where that's at? Because last time I checked, in the videos that I see a lot of black women talking about, well, I ain't Joe Mama, I ain't this, that, and the third. Okay, well, these niggas ain't shit out here anyway. You're not giving the man a reason to settle down. You're not giving this man a reason to want to court you. You're not giving this man a reason to want to spend the rest of his life with you. You're not giving him a reason to. You're not showing him how valuable you actually can be. You're not. Because you're the table. I bring me. What does that even mean? You don't even know what the fuck you bring to a table, because you can't even go into depth what it is you actually bring to the table. And the things that you try to use when you say, oh, I bring me to the table, you try to use the same qualifications that you look for in the man. You think men look at you the same way, and they don't look like that. A man's attraction and a woman's attraction is not symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So what are we talking about? It takes two to tango, baby girl. It takes two to tango. Yeah, there are a lot of men who need to get their shit together. I agree. 1,000%. 1,000%. There needs to be more families. I agree with that. But however, what we can't do is not talk about the other side too, because where the real issue comes from is from the women. And this ain't pointing the finger, because I just conceded to the fact that yes, men need to get their shit together too. More men need to start being more proactive in building their wealth up, becoming better men, becoming better leaders. Yes, absolutely. Stop with all this feminist shit, putting paint on your nails and shit like that. You know, I just slighted Dwayne Wade, but hey, it is what it is. Somebody. But for real though, dog. And you ladies, you have to learn to operate in your femininity. You got to learn to operate in your femininity at all times, not at certain points, not for the right man, not at the right time. You need to be operating your femininity all the fucking time. All the time. You don't need to yell and start chicken necking in order to get your point across. You can still talk. You can still talk how you talk. You can talk sweet. You're supposed to speak life into people. You speak life. And the way that y'all talking today, chicken necking and loud talking and calling other niggas diggers, bitches, and hoes and all this other shit, that ain't talking life into people. That's not talking life. That's not feminine. That's not a feminine trait at all.
if your mentality is, yes, things happen, and I'm not knocking you for that. I didn't come here for that. But at what point do you take that black woman? Do you be in a home and show your kids what it's like, you know? At what point do you take a grip to it, not make excuses for it or mantras and things like that? It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things.
The strength and builders of what? Can somebody in the chat right now tell me the strength and builders of what? Of what? Let me rewind the back so y'all can understand what I'm talking about. What she just said.
The strength and builders of so many things. Unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things.
Of what? That's a genuine question. Of what? Well, what is this so many things? What is this so many things? Let's peel that onion back a little bit. Of what? Elaborate.
And I know life happens. You can't be with somebody you don't want to be with or whatever. But my grandparents did it. My grandfather, 92, died when he was 92, my best friend. I never seen another type of man. That's why I've turned down 3 rings. Because they wasn't like my grandpa.
You let them talk long enough, they gonna reveal them true selves. You let them talk long enough, they gonna reveal them true selves. Let her keep talking.
My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandmama died before I could even meet her. What point are our black men going to stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes.
Why you trying to depend on? Why you looking for the white people anyway? Why you looking at what they got going on? They struggling out here in this bitch too. What you talking about? What are you talking about? The overwhelming majority of black men are in their children's lives actively amongst any other race. Black men. You know that narrative that a lot of people like to paint that black men aren't in their children's lives. Yeah, they're talking about that small percentage of black men. The majority, the overwhelming majority, are active in their children's lives. Are in their children's lives, actively in their children's lives. The overwhelming majority amongst any other race of men. So what you talking about, K. Michelle? What is you talking about? That wall that you hit, because I don't see no ring on your finger. You said you had 3 men who were willing to get down on one knee. 3 in your lifetime. Some women are lucky to get 1. You got 3. And you still ain't married. Who's the real problem? Who's the real problem? You had 3 men who were willing to take it there to that point. That means you had to be dating them for a minute. They were willing to get down on one knee for you, and you turned it down. So again, when are you gonna hold yourself accountable? When are black women gonna hold themselves accountable? that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What are we doing?
So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you. They want you to build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is 2 different things. At what point are we going to stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak.
I'm going to say something about that because you kind of triggered me right there. Yeah, I'm going to say some shit because guess what? I am a black man. And there are other black men that you're talking about as well. And the part that I'm triggered about ain't about what you're saying. It's the fact that the shit that you're not saying is why I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered because you ain't holding other women fucking accountable. You're not holding women accountable. Shorty, you just had 3 rings and you denied them. 3 rings. You still ain't married to this fucking day. And you got the nerve to come on another man's show and tell him how he's living his life. Tell another successful man how he's living his life. Where your kids at? Where your husband at, shorty? You come in here with this empowerment. Oh, you need to get back with the black woman. You need to do and mind you, this is not against a black woman thing, black man thing, black woman thing. This is not what this is. So please do not get me misconstrued on that. All right. But I need y'all to understand this shit that she's talking about. She's just talking. She hit a wall and she realized her reality. She ain't got a husband. She don't got that man. She don't got that family. Because she thinks just her outer appearance is what's gonna bring that man in. And it might bring that man in, but it's not gonna sustain him. And I don't think she possesses the necessary qualities to obtain a man, to sustain a man. I don't think she possesses that. I think her mental is fucked up. I don't believe she knows what it means to be a wife. She don't. Because if she knew what it meant to be a wife, she would be a walking example of what that is. And she is not, because she ain't got no fucking ring on her finger. So why the fuck would a successful man like Cam Newton, who got money, who got all these accolades and all these different things, why the fuck would he listen to her? That's a real ass question. Why the fuck would he listen to K. Michelle? And this is the shit that we talk about. This is the shit that men talk about all the time. Stop coming on here trying to tell men what the fuck they should be doing. Men control access to relationships, right? They control access to relationships and marriage. Men control that. And they only deem certain women worthy of that. So if a man decides that he wants to put a ring on your finger, bitch, you better be, when a nigga say jump, you need to be saying how the fuck high. That's an honor. Just as you open your legs up to a man, that should be an honor for him. Because he should have checked the boxes on what it was necessary that you deemed him for you to open your legs up to him, because that is your treasure box, shorty. You control access to the sex. You control that access. And the more you continue to open that door for all these random ass men, the less value you become. And I know that's gonna hurt for a lot of y'all women that may be listening, but it's the truth. That's how men fucking think. It ain't about how you feel. That's the reality. Most men do not want a chick who been getting bust down all the fucking time. They don't deem you wife material. They deem you as a 304. It is what it is, bro. It is what the fuck it is. Get mad all you want. Don't really care. But that's what it is. And if you aren't around women who are married, if you aren't trying to get better as a woman and learn how to be a wife, nobody's talking about, oh, well, I need a man to do this for me, because it ain't about you. It's about the man. And vice versa. And when it comes to the man, it ain't about the man, it's about the woman. Y'all too focused on, it's about me. It's me. What about me? But what about me? But what about me? What about me? I need a man to do this for me. I need a man to do this for me. I need a man. Okay, so what are you going to do for him, though? The same shit that you just laid, the same shit that you lay out that you want your man to be, can you lay that same shit out for him when he asks you, okay, what is it that you can do for me? What value do you bring to me as a man? The man that checks all the boxes that you look for in a man. How can you be a value? How can you be a value to me? How? Y'all got to start thinking. Instead of just talking and trying to point the finger at the man that, oh, well, men got to build families. Yeah, most men would want to build families. Most men would love that, to love to have their kids running around, to love to have that one chick, that bottom chick. Of course. Of course. But you got to be worthy of it, shorty. And if you ain't worthy of it, that's on you. It ain't on the man. That's on you. You need to go fix things. You need to go back to the fucking drawing board and figure out what the fuck is going wrong. Why can't you get the man that you want? Reverse engineer.
Like, you want a strong woman around you. And I'm sorry, like, black women have just, that we get copied from hair to body to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals in America.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna let it keep playing. But you gotta love yourself first. You can't expect nobody else to love you if you don't even love yourself. All that shit that you just said, you get your body done, you get the makeup, you get your hair and all that shit done. Shorty, you don't even love yourself. You changing everything about you. You can't even walk. You can't even walk outside with a bare face. You gotta kick up your fucking makeup. I guarantee you take all that makeup off of her, she do not look the fucking same.
But the ones who have built
the most mimicked.
Most mimic. Good or bad mimic, you know? But we looking to you. We looking to you. A successful black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
Mm-hmm. I received that. And nothing but a white flag, because I have been guilty. But if we're going to have this conversation, how we need to have this conversation, just like you're holding me accountable.
Hold me accountable.
I need black women to hold themselves.
Okay, come on, let's
go. There you go, Cam. There you go. Oh, they ain't want to get to that one. Yo, black women need to hold themselves accountable. That's the point. That's the point of all this, because she went on that whole fucking rant about black men. What black men need to do. But shorty, you can't hold your own sisters accountable. So before you try to hold somebody else accountable, make sure you hold yourself accountable first. Make sure you get your home in order first. And then you can talk about other people. If your home ain't in order, how the fuck you gonna tell somebody else how their home should be? You got to get you a man first. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And if you have been in here and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, so I want to go ahead and move on to the next topic. One of the main topics of tonight, Miss Caitlin.